though if someone asked me to sit down and tell them how I had done it, I would be rendered speechless. Last I checked, I had pissed them all off by continuing to talk to my boyfriend, Thomas Pearson, of whom none of them approved. I thought I had lost them forever by going behind their backs and offering to stick with him and help him through his issues. Instead, I had apparently impressed them. Somehow. And thank God I had, because with their help, I might actually have a shot of leaving my past behind, of not being one of the many Croton, PA progeny who returned to the hometown after 2 years of community college to take assistant management positions at Costco. With the Billings Girls behind me, I actually had a shot at a life, a future, a shot at being part of a world I had only ever dreamed of, a world of success, of privilege, of freedom. "Are you all right over there, Reed?" Noelle asked, lifting her long dark hair over her shoulder. "If you don't want another beer, I'm sure Karan would be happy to mix up a Haze special for you." Her eyes danced with mischief, and I knew she had noticed my state of contemplation. I didn't want to appear ungrateful for having been invited here, for everything they had done for me, for the fact that I was getting a beer for myself rather than running errands for them, as I had been doing pretty much non-stop since the first week of school. So I waved her off. "That's okay. I'm good with this," I said, lifting the bottle. I used the rusted bottle opener to pop the cap off and took a long drink, knowing she was still watching me. Earlier tonight, I had my first beer ever. Now I was on my third one, which was going down more smoothly. The key, it seemed, was to take long drinks and not let it stay in my mouth long enough to touch my tongue. Yeah, refreshing. I took a deep breath and let it out into another cold breeze, pulling my sweater closer to my goose-bumped skin. I was about to rejoin the girls when a sudden conversation shift near the fire stopped me. "I'll tell you one thing," Dash McCafferty said. "This is going to go down as one of the great disappearing acts of all time." "Maybe he's at his grandmother's in Boston," Josh Hollis suggested. Dash shrugged. "Huh. I'm sure they already raided the old bat's place." Thomas. They were talking about Thomas. I couldn't believe that the last time I was here, he was here as well. It had been approximately 48 hours since anyone had seen Thomas Pearson. He had disappeared from Easton without leaving so much as a note behind. And according to his roommate, Josh Hollis, who stood near the fire with the other guys just then, staring into the flames, Thomas had gone without packing one stitch of clothing, not even his favorite black t-shirt. On Friday morning, Thomas had told me he loved me, had made me promise I would be there for him no matter what, and had then proceeded to vanish. I wondered how much Josh knew about me, about what Thomas and I had done together. Had Thomas told Josh what we had done in their dorm room? I wasn't sure. I hadn't known him long enough to find out. But now, every time I saw Josh, I wondered if he knew what I'd done, and the thought made me squirm. I didn't need half the school knowing I had lost my virginity to a guy who maybe meant well, but was clearly too troubled to be in a healthy relationship. Lost my virginity to a guy who I now knew, even before he vanished, I probably should not be with, but who I still felt irresistibly attached to anyway. Lost my virginity to Thomas Pearson, the most popular guy at Easton, and also, as I'd recently discovered, the campus's foremost drug supplier. I still couldn't believe it. Josh took a swig of his previously untouched beer. He had such a baby face that he looked out of place holding the green glass bottle. His blonde curls danced in the breeze, and he wore a long striped scarf over a wrinkly rust-colored t-shirt and brown corduroy jacket. He had that artsy, earnest, creative thing going. I liked that about him. I also liked the fact that he had a loud voice, loud enough for me to eavesdrop.